Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. After that performance last night by Steph Curry in Game 7, dropping 50 points against Sacramento, I was inspired to put together my top 5 games in Steph Curry's postseason career. So let's kick it off. In my number 5 spot is the 2016 Western Conference Semifinals, Game 6 against Portland. This is actually the game where Steph came off the bench because of his knee injury in round 1, which sidelined him for about 2 weeks. I believe he slipped on some sweat and really banged up the inside of his knee, could barely walk right after the injury. After watching the highlights, Steph played 37 minutes and he looked incredible. He was moving really well, his handle was on point, he was missing 3-pointers, actually did not get a 3-pointer to go until the 4th quarter, but that would all change come overtime. Now this was the game where he hit a huge 3-pointer to essentially seal the game, and he goes, "I'm here, I'm back." Oh my gosh, watching that in real time, just inspirational moment by Steph Curry, especially considering this was the 73-9 Warriors team, and after that first round injury, it seemed like we had no hope to actually get a ring this season and close out the perfect year. Okay, number 4 spot is actually going to be this Game 7 against Sacramento. The reason it's not higher is simply because it was a round 1 game. Amazing performance by Steph Curry. He couldn't miss, hit 50 points on 38 shots, put the team on his back as no one else came other than Loon Dog, who was grabbing every board available. This game was 100% a get on my back. We're going to win this game. We're not going on vacation yet. And he did it. The Warriors outscored the Kings 64-42 in the second half. And it was a steady dose of Steph Curry through all 4 quarters just to shut the door on an amazing season for the Sacramento Kings. All right, my number 3 spot is actually going to be the 2016 Western Conference Final, Game 7 against OKC. Now, what's great about this game was the prior game was the birth of Game 6 Clay, where he put the team on his back, was hitting tough 3 after tough 3, kept us in it on the road, gave Steph Curry a Game 7 at home to complete the comeback, and boy did he complete the comeback. He finished with 36 points, 8 assists, and he shot 7 for 13 behind the arc. He was rolling from the tip. He was shooting over Durant, he was getting by Westbrook. This OKC team was no joke, and there was a reason why the Warriors were in a 3-1 hole to begin with, because this team was really good. I also want to shout out the Oracle crowd. Man, watching some of these highlights really makes me miss that Oracle crowd. They were rocking, and the Golden One Arena, honestly, in round 1 felt like Oracle 2.0. True fans, loud, show up, give their team a ton of energy, and that's what the Warriors needed in this big Game 7 against OKC. That takes my number 3 spot. All right, number 2 is actually going to be 2015 Game 6 Finals against the Cavs, where Steph dropped 37, 7, and 4. This one is special because it put them in the driver's seat to win their first ring ever as a team. And Steph Curry had a huge Game 5. And while does Steph look different now compared to 2015, the amount of muscle he has put on since then is night and day. Now, his handles and his ability to split the double team to get to the cup was incredible. He was so quick and shifty then. I think the Steph Curry that we see now, the muscle that he's put on has allowed him to take contact, finish through, multiple defenders and not get bumped off his spots to make these tough threes that we're seeing in his most recent run. But it was cool to see a much younger, sprier Steph Curry in the 2015 run, where, they got their first ring, and it was just an incredible moment. LeBron James was ultimately the best player in that series, but he just didn't have enough help to win. And Steph Curry and the team took that next leap, completed the deal, and they were able to get their first ring as a unit. Super excited for that series. It was really fun reliving it and watching some of the big highlights. All right, and if you haven't guessed it by now, the number 1 spot goes to Game 4 against Boston just last year in the NBA Finals. Curry took his game to another level and took the team with him as well. He finished with 43 points, 7 3-pointers, and 10 boards. Hits a huge 3 early on and let the crowd know that he is here. Such a tough Boston defense, but Curry was able to push through, contact, and score at will. This was an incredible game on the road. Considering the stakes, the Warriors were already down 2-1 in the series. Had they gone down 3-1, I truly don't believe the Warriors would have been able to come back from that. And this is the first ring after KD left. So this is, again, super special moment. He would not have been able to do this without the body transformation. And I saw a take that I loved. I think Steph is very similar to Tom Brady, where they sort of re-transform their body in their second half of their career. And that's sort of what Steph has done. It's often talked about how strong he is. And I truly don't think Steph would have been able to put on this performance in the 2015-2016 version of himself. It took 8 years to get to this point, and I feel like we're at pinnacle Steph Curry, and that's why this is my #1 spot. All right, appreciate you guys. Let me know what your favorite Curry playoff game is. Leave it in the comments below, and subscribe if you're interested in some more Warriors content. I'm going to be covering the rest of the playoff run, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.